Good afternoon. As you all know, I'm Lewis and I'm here to pitch you a play. Kvetch by Stephen Berkoff. Anxiety is a notion that we're all familiar with. In all honesty, it's probably the ideal word to describe my current feelings. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Berkoff, but for those of you who don't know, he's now a 78-year-old English actor, director, author and playwright. He finished his study at the Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art and l'École Internationale de Théâtre Jacques Lecoq. According to Wikipedia, I know, bear with me, drama critic Alec Sears describes Berkoff's writing as in-your-face theatre. He quotes, "The language is usually filthy. Characters talk about unmentionable subjects, take off their clothes, have sex, humiliate each other, experience unpleasant emotions, and become suddenly violent. At its best, this kind of theatre is so powerful, so visceral, that it forces audiences to react. Either they feel like fleeing the building, or they are suddenly convinced that it is the best thing they have ever seen, and want to tell their friends to see it too. It is the kind of theatre that inspires us to use superlatives, whether in praise or in condemnation." Tomato juice. Horrible. Kvetch, at a minimum, requires 5 actors: Frank, Donna, Hal, mother-in-law and George. All of the characters have 2 voices in the text, and the second is an under-the-surface expression of anxiety and desire. Therefore, in terms of casting, if necessary and if we have the right actors, we can have an acting company of up to 10 people. I intend to approach the text with a big focus on ensemble and doubling, having 2 actors take on each character within the text. Kvetch was first performed at the Odyssey Theatre in LA in March of 1986. Since then, it has premiered at many theatres all over the world. According to all of the online reviews I've read, not one production has been similar. Our title Kvetch is a noun, meaning simply a person who complains a great deal. We all know one of those. However, it can also be used as a verb, like it is in the text, as kvetching. For example, Shane hasn't stopped kvetching about a bad hair day he once had. The text explores a series of ordinary scenarios in a raw and fluid way, with all of our common filters thrown out the window. We are subjected to honest thought processes from each of the characters as they carry out the events in the story. We are exposed to the fragility of humanity's belief in oneself. I hope you can believe in me to bring this production to life in a new and innovative way. As many of you know, I refuse to sit on a high chair and bark commands at actors. We will fight through this production as an ensemble, exploring the themes within the text through stereotype and gesture, in a series of ensemble workshops as we develop characterization. Only once we're happy with the quality of the characters will we bring the script into the rehearsal room. The final production will be heavily commanded by status. As you will discover, there are many instances throughout the piece that the characters quickly gain and lose their power within each of the settings. Sexualities are questioned within Kvetch. We also question gender roles, relationships, divorce, love and religion. It's difficult for me right now to give you a clear picture of how our production of Kvetch will look, as the majority of the artistic decisions will be made as a company. I can, however, make the promise that we will approach this text with many naturalistic techniques, subtly merged with ethereal voiceovers and out-of-body experiences. The blatancy of the weak state of mind present in the characters of Frank and Donna give me the impulse to explore out-of-body sensations and bring the internal onto the stage. The sophisticated text is full of intensity. This will be highlighted through a series of subtle soundscapes and a great deal of expressive lighting. Both sound and effects will be used as though they are alive and an extension of our characters' emotional outbursts. Therefore, the result will indefinitely involve a good blend of natural and experimental styles. Some of you may remember me experimenting with this text last year with the likes of Freddie and Liam. It's a text I've invested a great deal of time reading and exploring over the years. Its subtext resonates with my experience. Berkoff is able to bring to life my own anxious psyche. My belief is simple. Our generation has been afflicted by the influx of social media. I don't wish to indulge in this concept. However, I feel as though due to these technological changes, our generation has suffered the consequences of high expectations of beauty and intellect, brought about by online fakery and exaggeration. Our audience, anybody 16 years or above, will be able to lace themselves into connecting with this text. Anxiety is an issue almost all of us have encountered. Kvetch is the manifestation of many years stuck within a world that has no outlet, no release or motivation. I hope you've been engaged. I hope something inside of you is excited by this project, as I can guarantee we will innovate and develop some original work. I hope you are convinced by my promise of a constantly advancing workplace, a comfortable rehearsal room, and both an organised and coherent behind-the-scenes job. I hope over the last 2 years, especially throughout our performance practice module, I have proved my skills as a director. I believe I am ready to take on this new job, and my layers of experience have set me up beautifully to take on this new challenge. I can't wait to collaborate once more with you wonderful group of people. I'm open to questions, and thank you for listening.